Well, hello, my fellow Americans and fellow Christians, and thank you for joining me for another day of the Word of the Lord here in the United States of America. Peace be unto you, and peace be unto the world. I have always respected the men and women in office. I very rarely say a negative word about them. I will sometimes give my opinion. Otherwise, I usually keep it off limits. However, Joe Biden is an enigma to me. Just as present to me implies hidden agendas and deceits. I cannot forget the YouTube with Joe Biden drilling John Roberts on the microchip and brain scans. Biden said, "Mark my words," in a condescending tone, stating to Roberts he would one day be ruling on these issues before his tenure was over. I was born American, I live American, and I will die American. These men in office today do not think this way. They seem so un-American. I fear for this country. I surely think America is one day too late for its deliverance and salvation. There is a prophecy in Apocrypha 2nd Esdras. It states, "Unrighteousness will cloud the earth, and lands will ask each other, 'Has righteousness come your way?' Their answer will be no, and in that time all hope will fail." I see this rapidly approaching our day and age and time. What we are witnessing today is real. What you are seeing and what you are hearing is an absolute. The microchip is tangible and it does exist. You can see Biden's tirade on YouTube or anywhere on the internet. What also is tangible and real is the current economic condition of the United States and the world. The European crisis is taking its toll too. Leaders are now saying they may resign or step down. This has to make one wonder why a leader would step down when they have been in power for so long in Europe. The Middle East is imploding, and much of this is being kept out of the mainstream news and media. Natural disasters are on a scale no one ever dreamed, and there seems to be no turning back. The visual effects of these big tsunamis is enough to make one cringe. Religious conflicts are escalating. Violence in the world is on the increase. And now even Henry Kissinger is being quoted as saying, "Obama is being groomed for the new world order." Conspiracy theorists are gaining momentum, as what they have been predicting and saying concerning the world and the United States is unfolding right before our eyes. These are incredible times. No one seems to know about the United States, and no one seems to know about the prophecies concerning this country. Yet many prophecy teachers are convinced the United States is Babylon the Great, simply because of our dominating power in the world and the ability to computerize a one-world system. We have the microchip and have been implanting animals and even people for quite some time. Biblical prophecy does say in Revelation 17:18 that Babylon the Great is the woman that you saw is the great city which reigns over the kings of the earth. That right now can only be the United States of America. For we are the only ones that have military bases on every continent in the world, and we are currently the only superpower in existence. This may change tomorrow, but for the time being, everything points to America as being Babylon the Great. What is described in Revelation chapter 18 describes much, if not most, of America today. It is not only worth your reading, but should be contemplated because immense changes are about to take place in our lifetime. Right now, everything is in play or place, needed for a one-world government. It is by no coincidence that the Vatican is calling in ignorance for a central banking system for the world and a one-world currency. These, my friends, are political tools of the Antichrist in the future. It does not surprise me the church would call for one world governance. It is part of the scriptures concerning the church of the last days that they would be given over to a strong delusion. Folks, these things are happening and they are real. If you are not a Christian, it is time to hear the beck and call of our Lord. I say this because right now you can enjoy the Lord's Spirit upon you. In the future, it will not be so easy. Right around the corner is the surety of the coming of Christian persecution in America and throughout the world. In fact, during Antichrist's reign, suffering and martyrdom will be the call by the false prophet and Antichrist for all Christians. There will be a tremendous hatred of Christianity, and many will be offended and hate one another, and family members shall betray one another. Family members will most likely be offered a reward to turn in Christian believing relatives. Endurance will be necessary for the Christian in those hard and difficult times ahead. This is why it is imperative you become a Christian today and become sound in the faith. For there will be great trials and difficulties in the world, and perseverance will be the requirement of all Christians. If you do not know Christ, I urge you to call unto Him today and ask Him into your heart. I wanted to present the facts to you today. These are not imagined activities in America or the world. They are really happening. We must remain steadfast in what we know personally and weigh the outcome of each day. The Christian today must begin a prayer life to stay unconfused. There are tremendous powers of influence entering our country and the world. These are mostly psychological powers, and they are very subtle. This is why you see the personalities of people change so rapidly. It is also why you see people who you once thought were outstanding individuals being arrested or in the news for some unbelievable crime or activity. These are dangerous times, and destructive activity and personalities are gaining strength. The Apostle Paul wrote, "But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived." This is in 2 Timothy 3:13. Someone would have to ask me, do I have hope for America? Yes, I do. America does not have to be part of biblical prophecy, or in the degenerate condition it is in today. By returning unto the standards and ideals of Christian living that strengthens character, changes lives, and blesses a nation, we can once again become a glorious witness of the goodness of God upon a people. There is no reason why we cannot be a great and shining light for all the world to see before the Lord's coming. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.